The phone rang once, then stopped, then rang again, longer this time, like it knew I was already awake. Her voice was calm, too calm. I want a divorce. No prelude, no apology, just that. I listened to the silence behind her words, the empty space where emotion should have been. "You can speak to my lawyer," she added. "I won't discuss this directly." The line went dead. I stood in the kitchen, staring at the reflection in the black glass of the oven door. I looked unchanged, same posture, same stillness. That frightened me more than her voice ever could. I didn't call back. I didn't ask why. I only felt the shift, like a chessboard turning mid-game. 3 days later, I sat in a leather chair across from her lawyer. Polished office, framed degrees, glass desk that reflected my face back at me in fragments. He didn't look up when I entered. "Name?" he asked. I waited. "Name?" he repeated. "Yes," I said. "I'm the husband." He looked up then, and something inside him collapsed. His hands started shaking, not dramatically, subtle, like a man trying to hide an earthquake beneath his skin. That was when I knew. Whatever my wife thought she was doing, she had already lost. Shock doesn't always scream. Sometimes it just goes quiet and sharp. I thought back over the last year, her new habits, the way she angled her phone away, the late meetings, the sudden interest in gym clothes she never wore to the gym. I had noticed, I just hadn't reacted, because reaction is a gift, and I don't give gifts blindly. The lawyer cleared his throat, avoided my eyes. "I wasn't informed you'd be attending," he said. "Strange," I replied. "She insisted I come." His pulse jumped in his neck. That night I went home and opened the drawer beneath our bed, the one she thought held old documents and warranties. Inside was a phone. Not mine, hers, an old one she'd forgotten I knew about. I charged it. Messages bloomed like mold. Not just to him, to others. A pattern, a life, carefully hidden, sloppily archived. And then there were the payments, transfers routed through accounts I recognized, legal retainers, personal expenses, a lawyer who was far too involved. This wasn't just infidelity, it was orchestration. She hadn't just betrayed me, she'd tried to replace me. I didn't confront her. I made breakfast, kissed her cheek, asked about her day. She smiled like a woman standing on what she believed was solid ground. Inside, I mapped everything. Phone records, calendar gaps, financial trails. Every lie has a rhythm. You just have to listen long enough. I requested a copy of her lawyer's public filings, then the private ones, the ones he never expected to be cross-referenced. He'd cut corners, taken favors, buried evidence for clients who paid in cash and silence, including my wife, including me, years ago. That's what made him shake. He knew my name. He knew what happened to the last firm that underestimated me. Still, I waited, because truth hits harder when it's delivered on time. The report arrived on a Tuesday. I read it once, then again, and then I closed the folder and felt nothing at all. That night, I placed it on the kitchen table between us. No explanation, no accusation. She opened it. Her face drained. Her mouth opened, but no sound came out. "You already knew," she whispered. "Yes." Her knees buckled into the chair. Tears followed. Confessions, words tripping over each other in panic. I listened. I always listen. The next meeting was brief. Her lawyer didn't sit. He stood, sweating. I slid a folder across the desk, evidence of his misconduct, his affair, his collusion. "And this," I added softly, "goes public tomorrow." His lips trembled. "What do you want?" he asked. I leaned back. "Nothing," I said. "I already have everything." I withdrew the divorce papers, already signed, already finalized. He wasn't her lawyer anymore. He was just another man watching his future dissolve. The house is quiet now. Her things are gone. Her name removed from everything that mattered. I don't feel victorious. I feel precise. Some people think revenge is about pain. It isn't. It's about clarity. She wanted control. I let her believe she had it, right up until she realized she never did. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't beg. I just stepped aside and let the truth do what it always does, destroy the people who think they're smarter than it. I don't miss her. I only remember the moment she thought she'd won, and how calm I felt when I proved her wrong.